Welcome back, everybody. A new book called A Circle of Chalk examines the difficult issues of infertility, IVF, and parental rights. So joining us right now is author Christina McClelland to discuss the challenges that women face and how, of course, her new book brings this all to life. First of all, good morning to you, Christina. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Amber. I'm glad to be here.
I first of all have to say, and I want to dive into the book, but I have to say thank you. Thank you for tackling a topic that is often, I don't want to say deemed taboo, but a lot of women don't talk about it, or you feel like that you should hide it. But the fact that you're bringing it to the forefront, I think, is the basis of helping so many women out there. So on that note, I'm going to let you take it away. Tell me what prompted you to write this book.
You are 100% correct. Even today in 2022, it is just not something, it's too intimate, it's too personal. And I have to say, when I was writing this book, what prompted me is personal interest. And I wanted to write a mainstream fiction work based on true stories. So I interviewed dozens and dozens of women, and I got their narratives and their stories, and that was the most compelling information that I could have ever gotten. Secondly, though, to your point, I wanted to talk about something that no one talks about, which is embryo adoption. And most people don't even know until they read the book what embryo adoption is. So it's taking something that is very personal and starting a conversation. That's exactly what A Circle of Chalk is meant to do.
What have you received in terms of comments, in terms of people sharing their stories or reading about this and getting this feedback? What have you heard?
Oh, it has been wonderful. I have to say, you can't go into publishing any book expecting anything. And I had said my goal was to reach one woman when I put this book out.
I love that.
But I have received dozens of messages on social media saying things like, how did you know how I feel? Now I feel not alone.
Yes.
One person said, I was considering surrogacy and we just have had our child via surrogacy, which I thought, wow, after reading the book.
That's amazing.
So if there's one big takeaway, that I want women a gift to read A Circle of Chalk and know they're not alone.
I think
and
that
know that they can see themselves.
Yes, it's a big takeaway, and I like the fact that you've interviewed personal people and having these personal stories, because that is what connects us more than anything. And it is that idea of, I always felt that I was the only one going through this, even though I knew that I wasn't. I now feel as if I'm not alone, and then you can handle this so much more easily, I guess, with your own heart and other people's as well, being able to share those commonalities.
Absolutely. I would suggest pick up A Circle of Chalk, read it for yourself, pass it to a friend, have that friend pass it to a friend, and it will give you infinitely more empathy and understanding into what women with infertility face.
I think so too. Christina, we could talk for an hour, I do believe, but is there anything else that you would like to add before we let you go?
I just want to say that there are resources. I am happy to talk to you. I host Zoom groups all the time and book club groups, and that is where I find my joy. So I would suggest buying the book and doing that and sharing. And when you share, you feel heard, and when you feel heard, you can heal.
Can make all the difference in the world. Christina McClelland, author of A Circle of Chalk, thank you so much for your time and your perspective. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.